This video is going to look at rules 17 and 18, looking at the sound sh. Sh is commonly spelled sh, but knowing all the Latin spellings is really helpful and one of the key things that gets students reading beyond the basics. So I'm going to start with rule 18 and then work back to rule 17, because I think to me that makes more logical sense. So sh is used at the beginning and the end of a base word or the end of a syllable. Except the only exception there is the suffix ship. So let's have a look. So as I said, it's used on the beginning or the end of a syllable, sh, ship, she, and then on the ends of words like wash, wish, dish, and a whole load more. So obviously then I said the suffix there, mateship, friendship, anything with that suffix ship can have the sh because it's that little group suffix, that's fine. A few compound words like fish pond, obviously it's fine, and the exceptions there are marshal, which is a name, and banshee, which I'm guessing is not an English word. So ch can also say the sh sound, and most of those words are French in origin. So if we look there, we've got champagne, chauffeur, chef, and it only happens in about 40 words, but it's important that the children know that sometimes that ch is going to say sh. It also says the sound k in Greek words, and that's for another video. So going back to rule 17 about ti, ci, and si. So we could only use sh at the beginning or the end of the word, basically. So these ones are used at the beginning of any syllable except the first one. So these are three Latin-based spellings. So if we look at these words, we've got station, facial, confession, a few more examples there for you of words that have that sh sound in the middle of the word, but it's spelt with one of these three Latin-based sh spellings. So let's look at sh. Basically, if the base word ends in a t or the sound t in the case of state, then we're going to go ti. That's really actually very logical. So elect becomes election, state becomes station, infect becomes infectious. So moving on to the CIs, generally if the base word ends in a C, we're going to add CI. Just, obviously thinking that if we've got a C and an E, we're going to go with the C because the E is silent. Magic, magician. Race, racial. And that C changes to a sh sound. SI is a little more tricky because SI can make both the voiced sound and the unvoiced sound. So it can make a sh sound in recession, and in television it makes the zh sound. Now they're the speech pair, sh, zh. The only difference in how you say them is whether your voice box is used or not. So if a word ends in S, as we've had words end in T, go TI, C goes CI, S goes SI. Discuss, discussion. Progress, progression. If a word ends in a D, it actually will also go SI, and we'll get that zh sound. Divide becomes division. Can you hear the zh sound? I always explain it to the students like learning French. Je m'appelle, which is my name is if you've never learned French. That zh sound they use, that's the same sound we hear here. Explode ends in a d and then becomes explosion. Interestingly, space here is an exception because space actually is the exception word. The Latin base word from that is space, spatium. And obviously then when we go back to space, that's just slightly different. So that was an interesting fact I learned from doing this video. Hope this has helps you explain it to your students when to use TI, CI, or SI.